Virat Kohli in Test cricket had a peak which very few cricketers would be having. In a 5-year period, in addition to one more year that was there, Virat Kohli's awesome Test batting redefined India totally. And what were the wonder years of Virat Kohli when you look at Test cricket? 2013 to 2019, and after that only one golden year in 2023. But then if I have to look at his golden period in Test cricket, 2013, 616 runs, average of 56 with 200s. 2014, 847 runs at 44.5 with 400s. But then the problem at that time was he had one very bad series in England, and that is why that average dented. Then 2015, because you didn't play that much, you had 640 runs with 2 centuries at an average of 43. But still, those were very, very good years because you were redefining Test cricket and you were starting on that path of dominance, which culminated in the 16 to 19 period, which was undoubtedly one of the greatest periods of Indian cricket and for Virat Kohli. Because look at it. 2016, 1,215 runs at an average of 76 with 4 centuries. That was peak Virat Kohli. Double centuries, 50s galore. He took the problem that he had against England at home. He led India to every series win that was played at home. You continue that into 2017. You had 1,059 runs at an average of 76 with 5 centuries. Even in 2018, 1,322 with an average of 55 with 5 centuries. 2019, 612 runs at an average of 68, 2 centuries. I mean, if you look at 16 onwards, 1,215 plus 1,059 plus 1,332, over 3,000 runs at an average of close to 71 with lots and lots of centuries. This was a golden, when you look at it, a golden 50-inning streak that Virat Kohli had. Very few have it. I can think of certain names like Don Bradman, like Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardene. They had such a streaks in the 30s and in the 2006 period. But Virat Kohli from 16 to 19, there was no greater cricketer than him. 2023, 671 runs at 56 was the last peak that he had. And unfortunately, in that if you look at the years preceding that and the years after that, Virat didn't have a good time. But then in that consistent 2013 to 2019 period, he had a lot of competition. And yet he stood tall amidst the ruins. I mean, look at it. Joe Root with 7,266 runs, but look at the average, 48 with 1,700s. Root at the start of that Fab 4 era was the laggard. It was only dominated by 2 individuals, Steve Smith and Virat Kohli. Steve Smith, 6,905 runs at an average of 66. If Virat could do anything better, Smith could do it even better. Kohli with 6,311 runs at an average of 58 with 2,400s. And David Warner, surprisingly, has a better average than Joe Root, 6,105 with 49 with 2,000s. But that is not all. If you look at the overseas bit, Smith in 66 innings had an average of 60, 3,609 with 1,300s. Virat almost neck to neck. 68 innings, 3,268 with 49.5 with 13. Then you had Root, 2,855 with 43 and 600s. Rahane, 47 average with 700s. Root and Rahane combined number of centuries, when you look at it, equivalent to Steve Smith and Virat Kohli. Those were just breathless, staggering numbers that were there. From 2016 to 2019, there was no greater cricketer than Virat Kohli. 2016, when you look at it, peak in ODI, peak in T20Is, peak in IPL, peak in tests, there will be no greater year than that. And that is why the numbers speak for itself. Virat Kohli, truly, when the peak was there, no one could come even close, barring a Steve Smith. But because of that slump that he had for 5 years, it really dented his legacy. And that is why it's a bittersweet thing. Virat Kohli retiring from Test cricket, yes, it's a void. But yes, if that 5-year slump had not happened, he would have been the ultimate bona fide great in tests, even in the Fab 4. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.